good morning again, and we are starting the course on Introduction to Marketing. And in this course, the methodology that I have is that you will be going through concept chronologically. Suggest to you all is pay attention to what is happening here, forget the other things, and only do those assignments step at a time. At the end of the first four individual assignments, we'll come to the two critical parameters, with customer acquisition cost and customer lifetime value, which the entire marketing applicable today is on ground. So that's where we start from. A little brief about myself. Given here, at Stone, I am primarily handling the entire campus program. So a campus of our own in Greater Noida runs the full-time 2-year MBA program, and on this year we're starting the BBA BCA program as well. So that's the role that I have in Sunstone, besides being a marketing faculty for almost 2 years now. This course will also have a lot of mathematics, and like what many people believe, math still forms the key of any working structure, including marketing. And that also is the reason why I feel that people from operations backgrounds and technical backgrounds actually do a far superior job in the marketing domain, because they are able to apply their mathematics very well. Anybody wants to give any comments so far, any expectations that I have missed? Any issues in audio and video? Keep the chat box active and keep communicating. Okay, I hope everyone is still around and listening to me, because I'm not getting any messages. It has just started, Ramesh. Nothing happened before the video, and I didn't delve too much on getting that into a sharing mode again, because I had shut down in the middle. So I'll send you the link. A good start, because it's pretty funny video at times, but you have to keep track of the time as well. So billing is a domain where the outcomes cannot be predicted. So all you can do is ensure that the result has a greater probability of success, and to be always on your toes and make decisions as the situation keeps unfolding. So it's a very much on the ground scientific part, so to say, of management, and a lot of maths in that, as you understand it. I already told you what are going to be the deliverables here, and I think we will get on now with the first concept, the basic marketing model. First presentation that I have made, you can just see a little bit on the down. It has all the notes. So whatever I'm saying here, you will also get them as notes when I give this first presentation on the LMS after this session. To me, it's a very critical presentation because it sets the tone right to understand what marketing is. So far in the several years that I have taught marketing, there are a lot of myths around marketing, and it's important to set the stage right before we start understanding the concepts. So in a very, very simple format, a basic marketing model needs to have sellers and buyers. Is something that the seller has which the buyer wants, which is market offering. And assuming that we are not working in the age of barter systems, the offering will be compensated by the buyer with money or currency. We want to communicate to the buyer in sense of making them aware of whatever products or services we have. That we can say is communicative information. Buyer, to the loop, gives a feedback to the seller. I keep asking questions and I will expect all of you all to keep writing something there. It also gives me an indication that you all are listening to what is happening here. So my first question is, in what format does the feedback come from the buyer? In what format? Okay, so we have two answers there: word of mouth, more orders. Quality of service, demand, settlement of amount, sometimes reviews, post-sale survey, publicity. My next question. Feedback. I got one no from Satyavrata, got almost all yeses. So another question, all those who clearly wrote yes, are they all married? Okay. So the married people have clearly understand now that silence is one of the strongest feedbacks. And I don't think silence means no complaint. If silence means no complaint, it means infinite complaints, many that it's not even worth talking about. Do you prefer silence or shouting? Great. So I think we are starting to get the hang of marketing. Sometimes silence gets preferred, but generally we don't be shouting, but we're more happy when there is shouting. It's digested better, the soup comes better, and know all is well. Uh, it is a feedback. So, like, started my class and I didn't get any answers. So I thought everybody suddenly got bored, and the start was not so great. But that the chat box is reasonably active, it's definitely a much better scenario. Similarly, uh, to put the serious side, this is how it's marketing is basically trying to understand human behavior that you can sell them stuff. Everybody is born doing marketing. And even a kid, if he wants milk, he has to cry or he has to do some sort of antics to get it. And that's the way we all are. And therefore, if we understand the concepts in their simplicity and how we see it around us, it becomes pretty easy to understand. When a buyer is actually voicing opinions, good. When buyer is voicing opinions, why is it good? Even if it's a negative opinion. So the simple answer is that there is still hope. Answer is there is still hope. When there is an existing relationship that is, people would even give feedback, even shout, or even fight. There is no relationship, you become strangers to have any feedback, and it will just be silence. Whatever you say will not get a response, and it simply means you've lost that customer forever. Now, since we are talking of this side, another question. How many of you know Hindi? Okay, well, fine. So try saying in Hindi. So I didn't ask for the meaning. I did say customer in Hindi. It sound directly. To say mer. The next and most important concept of marketing, which is never try to satisfy your customers. Everybody keeps saying customer satisfaction, customer satisfaction. But someone who by definition high of cost, a person ever gets satisfied. If you can't satisfy a customer, what can you do? The question is, if you can't satisfy a customer, what can you do? Your important word here is comparatively satisfied. To recollect this and see it around you. You satisfied, you are always comparatively satisfied. For example, consider your mobile phone operator. We are bad words to our mobile phone operators, especially because call drops are great. We're just having so many call drops. When we don't want to listen to somebody, we quietly and conveniently say that the voice is not coming, because you can blame it on the right now. And Despite the fact that we keep shouting at this operator for us, every month we still go and pay our bill in time and want that kind of service only to keep continuing. Why don't shift to someone else? We comparatively satisfied. We have nothing better somewhere else. That is why we are with what we have. Given a situation that something else exists which is better for me, however old a customer I am going to shift. In marketing, all you can do is be at a level that customers are comparatively satisfied with you with respect to the competition. So the third important factor that comes into marketing is competition. If it's a monopoly situation, you don't need marketing. People don't have a choice. You have the electricity in our country. You take whatever electricity in whichever manner and whatever service is provided to you, and choice there. Through marketing, you have to run around to get your connections put. As soon as competition will come, marketing will start. And in the example is the telecom industry in India. Till BSNLs and MTNLs and all had monopoly, in the lineman used to be a demigod for us and pray more in front of our landline phones that kept working for the day rather than anything else. And the Airtels and Vodafones and all these of the world started, and what kind of marketing and competition has made that difference. Okay. So it's the basic marketing model. Any questions on this? And so far? Okay. Keep the chat box running so I know everyone's active out there. I can see Manoj's videos, so he's active. Okay. Marketing has to be with product quality. Very, very interesting question. So today's question is, who defines quality? Man or customer? Okay. So next question is fixed or variable? Okay. Suppose I go to buy a shirt. The quality of that particular shirt be variable? Okay. Maybe I need to make it a little more explicit. By quality, what we understand? We understand, like if we go and say a quality of a car, then what product features we get along with the reliability and the value for money and all those sort of things, right? But the specifications per se are defined only by the manufacturer. As I just told you, as a basic concept is a crushed se mar. So if that fellow is never going to be satisfied and is always going to be demanding more. Therefore, basic quality parameter, that is brand or this product delivers XYZ can only be guaranteed and satisfied by the manufacturer. A customer can have no role there. Okay, so like you say for an iPhone, quality is paramount. That quality is dependent on all those things that the iPhone has given. It vary from person to person. Okay, therefore, they cannot be defined by the customer. Only his satisfaction or comparative satisfaction can be defined. The quality has to be defined by the manufacturer. Maybe I'll give you a more humorous example which will make you understand things well. I read a few names here, and only for the sake of that I'm using these names. Suppose Ajay goes to Deepak Singh's house, where Deepak has kept a party, and it has a theme that everybody has to come dressed as a superhero. Now Ajay goes in a black dress and there's a yellow underwear of it. Who is he? See what has happened? You get lots of different answers for this. But as soon as I write blue dress with red underwear, all those will come down to one. So, what is that the manufacturer has defined something which the customers have started recognizing over a period of time. And nobody can say that Superman is allowed to go and change his dress into something else. He cannot say the laundry didn't clear all my blue dresses, so I wore black today. He can't say those things. He's been designed to wear always the blue with the red on top. He can't wear the red below and say that I like it this way nowadays. So that's how quality is to be defined. A manufacturer gives basic parameters, gives the basic structure, and then makes the customers understand that over a period of time and usage. That's called under the quality of that. Okay. And in marketing terms, it is better to use the word branding rather than quality. So therefore, when I use the word branding, what do you understand by brand? What is brand? Brand. I've got one answer. A unique characteristic, different set of specifications, fixed quality, impression, right. So everyone has that right. And now Manjunath has put their proven specification. So that word proven is very important. And proven means when somebody has consistent experience over a considerable period of time. Consistent experience over a considerable period of time. And that is the correct definition of branding. Okay, experience over a considerable period of time. and you will be able to understand Apple and iPhone and its branding. So overnight, a Xiaomi or a Xiaomi or XYZ cannot come and start competing with an Apple because it don't have this consistent experience over a considerable period of time, which also helps us break another very important myth that everyone has. Advertising increases brand value, or advertising is proportional to branding. It is not. Advertising has very little to do with branding. Advertising is simply a awareness of the product. Okay, and that's why we call it communicative information or advertising. Branding will only happen where there is consistent experience over a considerable period of time. Right. There was a question. Someone had a question. Please put it down. Ravi Kumar. And more gives endless problems to manufacturer, but manufacturer always ensure the product is sold. It's not about win or lose. It's win-win which works. As long as the customer stays satisfied comparatively to the competitive products, they will stick with you. And it's nice that this question has come up, because today's concept and today's exercise will end on exactly the answer to this question, which is net customer delivered value. So we will be covering that. Advertising only gives the awareness of the product, its features, it can educate, it can promote. After usage will create branding. Consistent experience over a considerable period of time. People will keep the product and will consistent experience. That is when the branding of the product will happen. Again, the reason I took this whole exercise to this level is we still want to understand feedback. And critical question comes now: the buyer give feedback to? Does the buyer give feedback to? The buyer give feedback to? Yes, Ravi, your question on some brands already have good customer feedback and they still come in different forms of advertising. That is true. This is more of the concept of brand recall. To keep yourself at the top of mind of people, you need a little brand recall. I'll get into too much detail of this because it'll digress from what we are talking. But I'll give you a simple example. The most classic of these that I've seen till date is Fevicol. takes out a series of advertisements. It's taken out many so far, and almost each one is a hilarious one. Comes part, gives you enough brand recall to last you for that many more months till the next ad comes out. So that kind of thing is recall. Uh, Advertisement for things like FMCG products. Okay, so if you look at Coke, Pepsis, and all that, where impulse buying is there sometimes advertisement plays a role because you have 4 or 5 different products which are in your consideration set. If someone gives out an ad suddenly with a scheme or something, then the tendency to push up sales over there is happening. So those are the applications as you go on to the ground. My objective in this course is to cover the basics and make you understand the foundation of marketing and its maths so that the rest of it you would all be able to understand pretty easily. Yeah. In any case, I'm always available to answer any questions at any time. So the question put up is, who does a person or a buyer give feedback to? And all of you gave me lots of answers, but nobody gave me important answer. First important answer is himself. Now think of it. How does it make sense? Why do I want to give feedback to myself? Or think, whenever you buy something and start using it, do you not give feedback to yourself? Right decision. It's important that we keep saying to ourselves, I took the right decision. At this point of time also you keep giving that feedback. So you're in level 1, you just started this course. Every time a new faculty comes and interacts with you, feedback to yourself. Give more value for my money. The right decision. But it's okay from my end. Okay. I'm just recapping till now the concepts we've covered. That's to be a seller and a buyer, something to sell and something to buy. The buyer, in the absence of a barter system, is providing money or currency. Advertisement is basically communicative information which gives awareness of the product features, educates about its usage, how to maximize its value, and so on. But will only happen when there is consistent experience over a considerable period of time, and for which the feedback that the buyers give to themselves is very important. Seller for a feedback which is voiced, even if it is negative, because it provides hope that things are well. What implies the person keeps continuing, or implies that there is a chance that the person will recommend more. If it goes silence, it means you lost your customer. Okay, and so as we said, customer can do a kast se mar, which implies that they will never be satisfied, only comparatively satisfied, which means there has to be competition. Are the things we've covered so far. Any questions till now? I can move ahead. So a quick one. We finish. What do you make out of this slide? So 1, all P, what it means? Okay, so what is the time when all's well? Let's got that right. You pay for your level 1 situation as well. I'm here. Next. So recording is not opening. When too much troubles, why not get you? She's a little low, at least I can use it. These things, the person keeps what he can, do not listen what he cannot. For that can also be that certain changes would be impacting everyone. One has to always see in the picture. Okay, so you will experience this when you call customer service many times. They will listen very politely, but nothing happens. Decision will be based on whether it is more useful to the larger audience. Some people will always script, but each one cannot be selectively satisfied. What? Yes. So you are escalating it, and eyes are hearing more than the ears. and breaks. How the basic marketing model works. What is the real problem statement we are solving here? Having a legally profitable organization with comparatively happy or satisfied customers. Can you use the word legally and profitable? And then profitable. To learn marketing for the legal organizations, otherwise there must be marketing courses for debts and kidnappers and all these people also. But is trying to operate only for the legal organization. Yes, Deepak, very right. SIS must be definitely having a very big training department. Okay, but my course won't run there. And the reason I put that word is I think it's always worthwhile spending a few minutes there having that discussion. A profitable organization a requirement. We are in a time zone where we see the Flipkarts and the Snapdeals and all these people, and their losses are like humongous. Someone talks of bringing up $1 billion in a year, 1,000 crore losses. Maybe years down the line or 15 years back, if someone said that, people wouldn't even heard him or put him in jail probably. But of time, there are a lot of people who keep talking of just growth, nothing like profitability. All the newspapers and everything, although have suddenly changed track and started talking of unit economics, but profitability in the last couple of years had just become a question mark. So is it really important? Okay. And the reason I take it up all the time is because the logic of marketing gets lost. Mathematics of marketing gets completely lost if we not need profitability. If we just money to blow on advertisements, on throwing money wherever we like, get customers in irrespective of whether it eventually gives a profit or not, we don't think there is any worth in studying marketing. Then like a BP campaign where have a tap flowing of money and throw the money in every nook corner, whichever method to advertise. At the end of the day, lose the Bihar elections miserably. And all that money nobody's accounted for. Would close down. When we study marketing, the maths is important. And the maths is important. The profitability is the key on which all that maths is based. So that's the statement, and we'll start getting into how we want to get this statement true. Question so far? Let's get into the 4 P's of marketing. Place, price, promotion. What are the need aspect? Okay. What do you want to know about need? Product is based on an existing need. Sell a shaving cream to someone who doesn't have a beard to shave. There are debates here. I won't get into too much. The been debated a lot is whether you can create a need or not. My own perspective or argument has always been that you can never create a need. A need is always existent or latent. You can only make people realize that they have that need, but create a need. So the phone is not a creation of a need. It is something that when available, it brings in more facilities. So the humans would always love that. We say that the Star Trek thing that we've seen ages back of how people get transported from one place to the other, that need always exists. When it's made, it will probably get affordability and many other factors will come in. There are very, very little differences between need, want, desire. There are lots and lots of theory on that. People write a lot of stuff. But preferably we'll keep things very, very simple and make it more practical and usable, because the English language in itself is stood in our country, and the people understand English in itself is so pathetic that how much ever you want to distinguish between need, want, and desire, end of the day, people will use it very interchangeably. Better, let's just delve into that beyond a point. Okay, so the 4 P's, we have product, place, price, promotion. These were the 4 P's which have been immemorially known to all of us. By logic, we say that first there needs to be a product. So what to sell? We need to know what is the value or the price of that. So how much to sell it for? Then where it will be available. Okay, audio visible? Are you there? So then the place and then the how about it, that is the promotion. So product, price, place, promotion. What to sell for, how to make customer aware. So those are the 4 P's. Current perspective though, the 4 P's have become more better understood if we understand them in the SAVE concept. So especially with IT coming in and the virtual world becoming bigger than the real world, the difference between product and service used to be tangibility. So whatever we can see was a product and whatever we cannot see was a service. But there are a lot of IT products which cannot be seen, and therefore the whole was getting doubled and misunderstood. So it's better to talk of solution. What So a burger is a product, is the solution against the need. Okay, so the need is what comes in over here. That is to eat something, the need is to satisfy hunger. Action has LME parameters which include the quality of ingredients, the health impact, the hygiene, the options, the variety, and so on. Okay, so we start talking of solution in this world and talking of product. Tell me how solution is a better concept than product. An example to, I'm sure a lot of you must have tried to buy a vehicle and you go to take a car or something, do you only see the cost price? Whichever cheapest vehicle, I'll buy it. Of parameters. Or instead of calling it a product, it's better to call it as a solution. Right? So it involves various factors for me, including the status symbol that it defines for me, the space that it provides to me, the cost, of course, then the cost of the maintenance, the same things that are there, and therefore a solution is a better way to do it. How it makes more sense for the marketing person? If we keeps talking of product, then the chance is that the price becomes the most important parameter. As soon as you start talking of solution, the price or the price at the point of purchase, relevance, and a lot of products with much bigger ticket size are far easier to sell. So the solution is a much better way of positioning it. The second we said price, and as I said, when you talk of price for a product becomes like a cost price, whereas when of solution it becomes a value. Now here is where there is a major difference. Product to solution is just a build on the same concept. Price to value is diametrically opposite. Are price and value different? Value different. Let's see, what is value? Value is benefits. So how it is totally different? Price is value is derived from benefits usage by customer. Please do not confuse between price and value now to be the same thing. Price paid by the customer to get the right of usage, but value is what is derived from the benefits of usage over the product life. Okay. This is what you can see in this example. If products a normal tube light, a CFL and a LED tube light, then price of the normal tube light is the least. The price of the CFL is more than the tube light, and the price of the LED tube light is the costliest. But the value derived from a LED tube light is the highest. The value derived from a CFL is lower than that. And value derived from a normal tube light is the lowest. So over a period product life of, let's say, like of 2 years, electricity cost that is spent for a tube light versus the electricity cost that is spent for a LED tube light for same hours of usage and for the same amount of light, you will find will be far, far different. And for the product life, the value derived is far more. So price is paid by customer, whereas value is derived from the benefits of usage by customer. And therefore the importance is that only if you use, only the value is derived. Takes a product, does not use it, then one can say that you should have taken the cheapest product, because if you didn't want to use it at all, to have it as the cheapest. Okay, you have to use it. What makes value? It's a value proposition. So if you go and have an Apple iPhone that you buy, the latest one at the highest end costs close to ₹1,00,000, and you keep it like a showcase, a showpiece, that is worthless. Okay, there is a very beautiful ad that has come on this. You look at the Tata Sky ads nowadays, they have this very well. But TV with HD, a complete UHD TV, but having no HD channels, is like a not. Is that feature of HD by subscribing to HD channels? There's no point of paying the money for getting that feature. So this is very important. Please remember that price is completely different from value. Both of them should not even be correlated. What you pay to get the right to use, value should be looked completely independent and see whether the value derived from the benefits of that product as shown to you is going to be worthwhile over the product lifetime. Okay. Questions so far? Yes, Manoj, you are making me reiterate it. There is actually no correlation there. Actually, no correlation there between the price and the value. As far as the customer is concerned, there is no real correlation there. When we come to the end of this presentation, I will explain the net customer delivered value, and you will understand the correlation from the marketing perspective. To apply the maths, you should have no correlation. This, I'll give you an example. So have an iPhone 6 today is at 90,000, and within a year you get an iPhone 7 that comes out, and the iPhone 6 becomes discounted by 60-70%, which is happening with all the previous models. When it came out, it was 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 rupees, and then it suddenly drops to 20,000. Okay, the same product drops in price only because of a time value. Benefits of usage or the value derived from it, from who buys it, will. These things should not be correlated. Whoever wants to derive benefit earlier, only at time value they are paying more, and exclusivity and other things. Otherwise, as far as the value, product value is concerned, that will not change immaterial of how that discounting has happened. Which notes are you talking about? The ones I'm putting on chat? Fine, I'll remember that. I'll put them separately. Actually, I'm not doing it simply for the reason that whatever I have been saying, they're already there in the notes below this presentation. So we'll go through the presentation, you will find all the notes down here. I've put the explanations there, and that's why I don't want to confuse it with One atom, when I take the class, there will be different examples, but explanation is all there with this presentation. So let me see if I can take out the chat transcript and send that to you all as well. Manjunath, how much value will a diamond ring have? I explain the last part of net customer delivered value. We'll take this as an example of a product and see how it works. Okay. Just, moving ahead, place versus access, very easy. Deepak has already given the example there. And then check the value. Deepak, try a fake and passing it off at original. Change in value. Let's go to place versus access. In our system, the place was very relevant. We always knew which place to go and get it. The current e-tail system and the internet world, this becomes more important, which is how easily can I access the server. So net 24/7, that is how it becomes. So access encompasses everything, online and offline, which is why place versus access is easy to understand. As I kept repeating to you, in the 4 parameters, product versus solution is a build on, access is a build on, promotion versus education is a build on, but price versus value are two diametrically opposite things, unrelated and extremely important for marketing understanding in the current scenario. Next one, this is education. Promotion is only talking about the features, this and other things, versus the education. Now, why do you want to educate? Because more the consumer will use all the features, the more the consumer will derive value, and more value that the consumer derives, the more branding and the more satisfaction that will come. So if someone gifts, suppose you gift an iPhone 6 to your parents or your father or someone who is very on the activity of a phone, keep complaining probably that why did you spend 60,000 or 70,000 on this product? And very difficult to explain it that it's an apple. You will understand the value of that apple till the actual usage of that apple doesn't happen. So education, therefore, in today's scenario is very important. You can't only give the product, you have to try and make the user use and maximize the value. And that again reiterates why price versus value is a far stronger concept to remember in current circumstances. So maximizing value is more important than just trying to minimize cost. And this will also answer that other question of correlation. You get a chance to maximize value is when you also get the chance to maximize cost. And the classic example of Apple. The value is very highly maximized, they are able to extract a far greater cost. Come ahead in this next principle is net customer delivered value. If total customer cost Someone send Ravi Kumar beating password. This is a message from Ravi Kumar. Can someone do that? Okay. So net delivered value. It is total customer value minus total customer cost. As I have just told you about value and price, the two things are mentioned here. Product value is the value derived, and monetary cost is the that is paid. Now, if the product value is very high, then you also have the chance to increase the monetary cost and still keep a very high net customer delivered value. At the end of the day, we say that our target customer is happy, comparatively happy, provided the NCDV for the product of choice continues to stay higher than the other comparative or competitive products available in the market. Okay. Any questions till now? This is the last part, which I will take about 20-25 minutes to explain, and will share the assignment where you're supposed to do the mathematics of net customer delivered value. No question? Okay. So Manjunath had put a product there, which was a diamond ring. I'll make an interesting example over here. Let's take a diamond ring and start going through each of these. Okay. So start with cost, which is always very easy. What is the monetary cost of your diamond ring? Is what diamond is this? Let's start with just 10,000. Rest you'll ask your wife later. Okay, so the monetary cost is 10,000. I don't think there is any explanation that I need to give for monetary cost. Cost is simply the amount of money paid to the right of usage, or you could say the cost paid for transition of ownership or usage for service. What is the time cost? So this to the customer. So going to market and buy, as well as thinking about getting this product, Manjunath, all the research, should I take it from Blue Zone, or go to Tanishq, or should I go to a local jeweler? To pass off a Swarovski? All those things are time costs. Okay. So cost. How much time cost do we want to put here? All the figures for us. So we understood time cost. What's your time cost? How much rupees? Just convert everything into rupees. Time or the cost that you would attribute to the time spent by you to search about the diamond ring and go and actually buy it and get it. Okay, let's say that you all gone through your economics class, and so the probable figure that's come from Tejaswini of 500, but I'll give you a methodology. You all gone through your economics class, and you heard and understood cost benefit analysis and opportunity costs. So suppose you say that I spent 2 hours on this product. What is your opportunity cost? Where else could have used your 2 hours? Or how much does your 2 hours cost you? That is the way you can put a time cost. We'll also understand further that right now for simplicity we are just taking one straight product, but we will compare. Our decision will be based on a comparison. So the time cost with respect to, say, taking it from Stone online versus taking it from a Tanishq showroom, differential there. So online maybe the time cost you can say as 0, and for the other it is 200. Again, remember this, the actual figures in a comparison does not matter. Between the figures matters. Just to re-explain, 0 and 500 is equal to 1000 and 1500. Okay, to compare two products, you're only looking at the net customer delivered value between the two products. Therefore, even when we say 10,000 as monetary cost, let's put the two down. 10,000 bluestone.com and 10,500 on Tanishq. Okay, we have two alternatives from where we can buy this product, and there is a 2,000 extra monetary cost at Tanishq and a 500 more time cost at Tanishq. Related to that time cost is an energy cost. You spent time to do all this. You spent an energy to do all this. Your energy cost and time cost is same. An old man, the energy cost can be much higher. The effort is more difficult and many people may not want to do that effort. So there is energy cost. And then a most important cost is psychic cost. Okay, psychic cost is the money you are willing to pay as just a more reassurance. It will become evident. Stone.com versus Tanishq. Money are you willing to pay extra to get it from Tanishq? A product like a diamond ring. Yes. Are buying a diamond ring from an online store at cost as it would have come from Tanishq, or are you pay a little premium to get it from Tanishq? That premium you are willing to pay, so say 1,000 extra, so that becomes the psychic cost. Cost is that cost which makes you change your decision in favor of another. Okay, there is a brand, there's certificate, there's legitimacy. This is where you can understand today that the online retailers, any product which they try to sell at the same price as an offline retailer, this is saving of time and energy and other things at times. It's unlikely that any customer will buy at the same cost. They make it cheaper because there is a psychic cost. Okay. I'll give another example, especially for ladies. It is made by a Lakme and a nail polish that is brand called Mayavati. Is 5 rupees and Lakme is 100 rupees. You will always buy Lakme at 100 rupees. That lady, she going to say, nail na rahegi nail polish. So a nail polish which will take away my nail also with that. 100. How much ever Mayavati can shout that they came from same factory, they came from the same conveyor belt, they only got packed with 2 different names, you still buy at 100 cost. So do remember psychic cost, most important parameter, because many times the psychic cost is greater than the monetary cost. Companies have a feel that if we just make it cheaper, it will sell. Our product is absolutely the same, but doesn't happen. With psychic cost is very high. Even if the product is 10 rupees, the psychic cost is greater than 10 rupees. So even if you give it for free, people will not take it. And in fact, this another interesting example you should see. If someone is offering food on the roadside, will it? Someone is standing there and giving you something very tasty that you want to eat. You can eat this. Will you take it? If it is even more dangerous, nobody wants to take it because there is no way a person can relate. Why is this fellow wanting it to give it to me free? Okay, let's change the situation slightly. On that is written a thing that it is a langar of a gurdwara, premise of a temple. The food suddenly has 1 million people standing in line fighting to take it. How unhygienic it may be, however poorly it may be made. A diabetic fellow will go and have it over there. That from God. What changed? What is psychic cost? What is that the attribution of that product, the reason for taking that decision is available. The responsibility has been found to God. Thing goes wrong, premises for the people, the word bad, but precautions. So that's psychic cost, a very important concept. Let's give value as I just explained to you when price versus value. The product is the benefit from usage over life. This is the product value for the diamond ring. Value from the for the diamond ring. Yeah. Terms, in monetary terms, how much would you like to pay 10,000 you have paid for the diamond ring, how you derived from a happy wife? It is very less, Deepak. Yes, so 100% into 100%. It has made your life happy as well. Anyway, the part to take out a product life, it's actually priceless. The question is, whether diamond ring came from Tanishq or whether it came from Blue Stone, the product you change. Product value will not change, therefore the differential is not there. And the NCDV perspective, it doesn't make a difference whether you say product value for both is 10,000 or for both is 1 million or both is priceless or for both is 0. But I give you a different product, like I give you a car. The value of a Honda Jazz versus product value of a Baleno, Maruti Baleno. Both of them will definitely be valued by you differently, because of its features, because of the expected usage, because of the product life, because of other parameters that you will get in your mind. Okay. So does it become clear to understand? The assignment, I give you detailed feedbacks and it will be more easy to understand. Please remember, putting mathematical numbers is very difficult in marketing. It looks simple, but one tends to only start putting lots of phrases over there. This is good and that is better and this and that. But good, better, best is not give any answer. Do not also try and put only ratings. There's a 5 on 10 on give that, or 7 on 10 or something like that. Please put actual rupee numbers. Only then you will actually understand this concept and get into understanding the NCDV. As I said, the numbers do not matter because it is comparative and the difference between the two matters. So that's product value. The rest is simple. The other services value is not product or service is the same. Services is after sales service. FCG products like biscuit or bread or something, there's hardly any after sales service. But for things like a car, a washing machine and these, the after sales service becomes important. Select to product, things will change. So the after sales service. Services value. For clarity's sake, I've put this red on the right and the green arrow on the left. It really means that cost goes down, the net customer delivered value goes up. Every time a value goes up, the net customer delivered value goes up. And the whole intention always is to have a high net customer delivered value. And now when you see this total customer cost on the top, you also find that the first part, the monetary cost, comes to increase monetary cost when you believe that your net customer delivered value with respect to your next competitor is very high. For an iPhone 6, say the Samsung S6 is the closest competitor, there is nothing else. Then an iPhone 6 is priced at 60,000 and Samsung is priced at say 40,000. And still the net customer delivered value of Apple phone is greater by 10,000 than Samsung S6. So if we add another 5,000 monetary cost over there to the Apple, it will have a higher NCDV and it is still likely to sell the same numbers. So companies, when they move to the value proposition, and that increasing prices helps in increasing profitability without customer feeling bad, because the customer still gets a higher NCDV. The customer shift as soon as the NCDV will go low. This is personnel value. Value is that a customer is willing to, give for the interaction with company representatives. So you can take simple examples here, where you find that the call centers are very responsive. You are always willing to pay a little premium over there because you value it. Okay, and wherever you feel, you use those sentences. This is like a sarkari daftar, which means you go there, nobody will talk to you, they'll be very crude with you, and say, I'll prefer to go to HDFC Bank and give 100 rupees as custom charges over there, but I hate to go to SBI branch, where not even talk to me properly, sit on the side. A very recent example. My son cleared his NTSC, and the 775 nationally selected scholars for this year, he's one of them. Now, at his NTSC scholarship, he's supposed to open an account only in the State Bank of India. And a student who gets that letter is quite excited to the State Bank to open the account, and told that person that look, I have this letter and I'm supposed to open the account here. From the other side was, why are you showing me the letter? Any 18 years of age can open the account now, just fill the formalities and get lost. I'm sure my kid would never like to go back to State Bank of India given the choice going ahead. It's obvious that there is a value of interaction of people who represent. Against this value is the concept of customer relationship management, the training that people have on attitude and all these things, because people do value that. The final one is the image value, and it was in tandem with the psychic cost. So, and there were some questions also which came up. Back to product, it will vary from brand perspective. This is important. So, a brand which you recognize, which you have experienced, which you know for 4 or 5 years, was a very new brand, you don't take it. Take it because you have a psychic cost. End of time, it means that there is an image value that brand is built. The value is nothing but branded value, which means that the brand value being high implies that over a period of time people have had consistent experience. Image value, psychic cost, or psychic cost for the competing brand. This is why it is also very evident that despite however low you keep monetary costs, these two factors of image value and psychic cost in tandem become so high at times that any kind of monetary cost cannot offset that. Get built over time, and therefore psychic cost will reduce over time. Make the application in your assignment now, you will understand that the third that everybody uses is that there is always a project predefined in your mind. So buy a car, you have done basic research and you already decided that I am going to buy a Honda Jazz. But if Baleno suddenly gets launched, there is a 2 lakh rupee reduction in monetary cost, you can justify to yourself why I should pay 2 lakhs more for a Honda when a Maruti is available. So you go to check it out. When you go to check it out, put all these figures in place, product values and all, you might say, okay, so Maruti Baleno actually gives me a better product value. So I get a 1 rupee more there. I get a 2 lakh rupee less in monetary cost. So the difference is 3 lakhs. Time cost, energy cost being the same, there's no problem. Personnel value, Nexa is also treating me as well as Honda showroom, so no problem there. Similar. Service value, and I'll say reasonably similar. The only problem is, who do I trust more? Honda top ever. So value of Honda is 2 lakhs higher. Cost again 1.5 lakhs. Despite lower monetary cost and higher product value, we miss still 50,000 in favor of Honda Jazz, and I go and buy it, buying it for myself. Okay, so that's how the NCDV plays out. If someone suddenly says that this image value of Maruti is also good enough for me, and only 1 lakh more image value to Honda, and I have a psychic cost of only 1 lakh to Honda, then suddenly the NCDV has shifted in favor of the Baleno by 1 lakh. Go and buy that. Okay. Shift will only be when I will overcome both the psychic cost and the image value associated with a known brand. So end this with Manjunath's example. Till now we got 1,000 extra for on psychic cost, and cost, time cost, and other things. We were 2,500 behind from Bluestone. Product is the same. Services value, I give more to Tanishq, because I can actually go to the person, talk to the person, feel it, see it. Personnel value. So I'll give 500 more there, covered by another 2,000. Services value, Tanishq, I'll definitely give more. I can get my diamond cleaned back. I can go and tell them if I find a problem. They also, rectify, keep it active. They take back the product more easily. So I'll give a 1,000 rupee service value there. And image value, I will again give maybe 1,500 to Tanishq over there, which is despite Bluestone offering that same diamond ring at 10K and Tanishq offering at 12K, I still find an NCDV favoring Tanishq with 500 rupees. Justifies my decision of spending 12,000 at Tanishq for the same product. Any questions till now? I have finished my coverage. Then you probably that has been done earlier. Are you being able to see this? Right? Are you being able to see this Excel sheet? Okay, so this is just an example of the first assignment which has been done by somebody. I will expect you all to be doing. Means, you will get have the different competitor. You will have your own choice. You will define your own product. You will all its parameters there. You put those factors, the total costs, the total value, the customer delivered value, vision of which one you will buy because it has the best net customer delivered value. I also want to see these explanations at the end as to why you gave those values. Different from person to person, it will be different from product to product, so you don't need to worry about that. Doubts there? The assignment basically is that you have to choose any product. You have to choose at least 2 competing brands which are there in your choice. Do an NCDV and out. That is the better NCDV. Then you have to a friend or a spouse or someone with the same product, let come up with one of the brands which they choose, which could be similar or different, and then give their same explanation for NCDV. Then I want you all to do that is to make you understand from each customer to customer, DV will keep changing, and that is what you need to understand. Do not want to share this example because then the tendency will be to copy format and do it over there. That's why I don't want to make it very explicitly big also. Also covering this remote part so you make your more effort. And the template is already there. The template is this. So you have to take the 4 values, you have to take the 4 costs. Customer value minus total customer cost is NCDV. Put it differently, Deepak, the issue is not of trust. I know you all will do it, but I know that as a student, how a person operates, we do find a structure and do it, and which reduces the thought that we put into it. I will give adequate lines on the LMS when I post the presentation and the recording, and I will give adequate guidelines. Yes, NCDV is total customer cost minus total customer value, which I will also write down on the LMS. Customer value minus total customer cost. The negative and positive values also doesn't make any difference. I will put all those things on the LMS. Between the 2 brands, you are only comparing. Either positive is better NCDV or negative is a better NCDV. Anyway, in this course, all I expect is just do it, give your feedback within 24 hours, and you'll get a chance to redo it till you understand, and you will get a chance to interact with me one-to-one and understand it far better. These are important concepts for you to really build up your base in any marketing subject and help each one individually. My only expectation is to attempt the assignment. A couple of hours, attempt the assignment and submit it, rest, leave it. I mean, you any other reading material, whatever reading material I have put over there is not going to aid you in all this. It's all separate. Read, I have given you in the notes here. Go to recording and do the assignment. Just leave it to me. I'll ensure that you understand. As far as today's goes, if there are any last questions, I can take that, or else we can wind up for today. Okay, so thank you all, and to see you being patient for 2 hours after a long session before this. Just assignment in time, and I'll ensure I'll get back to you very quickly on the feedback and ensure you understand.